We are surrounded by smart everything these days, right? Smart watches, smart speakers, smart homes, the list goes on. But have you ever really stopped to ask what that word smart actually means? I mean, is your smart coffee maker as smart as a whole smart city? Well, today we're going to demystify all the buzzwords and break down one of the most transformative technologies of our time, the Internet of Things. So here's our game plan. First, we'll ask if all smart devices are even on the same playing field. Then, we'll break down what smart means into 3 distinct levels. After that, we're going to pop the hood and see how the IoT actually works, look at where it's already changing our world, weigh the amazing promise against the very real peril, and then wrap things up by looking toward our super connected future. All right, let's dive right in. And the best place to start is with the devices we see and use every single day. You probably recognize a few of these things, right? Maybe you're even wearing one right now. We've got watches tracking our every step, speakers that play our favorite songs on command, and cameras that let us check in on our pets from halfway around the world. We call all of them smart.
But here's the thing. Are they all smart in the same way? Does a smart light bulb have the same kind of intelligence as your smartphone? That's the million-dollar question we need to answer. And it turns out, not all smarts are created equal.
In fact, you can actually sort all these gadgets into a kind of hierarchy. A pyramid with 3 distinct levels, each one building on the last. It's really a spectrum of capability. Okay, so at the most basic level, level 1, we just have smart devices. Think of a simple coffee maker you can program the night before. It's got some automation, but it doesn't need the internet at all. Then you take a step up to smart connected. Now this is where most of the gadgets we buy live. Your smart bulb, for example. You can control it from your phone because it's hooked up to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. But the final level, level 3, that's the real deal. That's the Internet of Things, or IoT. And this is so much bigger. It's not just one device, it's a whole system that combines the product, apps, and powerful data analytics over the internet to create something entirely new. So let's put a nice clear definition on that. The Internet of Things is a giant network. It's not about just one device talking to your phone. It's about linking everything. Physical objects, people, machines, all kinds of sensors, to create automation, to generate intelligence, and to deliver real, tangible value. So, how does this giant, world-spanning network actually function? You might think it's incredibly complex, but at its core, the process is actually surprisingly simple. It all really boils down to a 3-step dance. First, you collect. Sensors on all the rings are constantly collecting data, could be temperature, motion, location, you name it. Second, they communicate. They send all that data up to the cloud over a network. And third, the system acts. It can analyze the data, show it to you on a dashboard, or, and this is the real magic, it can automatically trigger another action, like, say, turning on the AC in a room the second it gets too hot. Now, behind that simple process, there's a technical architecture that has 3 key layers. Down at the bottom, you have the perception layer. Those are the sensors and actuators actually touching the physical world. In the middle is the network layer, your routers and gateways that move all the data around. And then at the very top, you have the application layer. That's the cloud and the servers where all that data gets processed and turned into something useful. Okay, so now we know what it is and how it works, but where is it? The answer is pretty much everywhere. This is not science fiction, folks. It is here, right now, and it's a very big deal. I mean, the applications are just incredibly broad. IoT is totally revolutionizing how cities manage traffic and waste. It's changing healthcare with things like remote patient monitoring. It's optimizing supply chains, farming, manufacturing, retail. Seriously, the list just goes on and on. And these aren't just abstract ideas. We're talking about real, concrete applications like smart grids that manage our energy use, home automation that keeps our families safe, and even sensors being used to track and protect endangered wildlife. The sheer diversity of it is amazing. And these applications are being used at a massive global scale. Logistics companies are managing their entire fleets of trucks with IoT. Utilities are building smart grids to prevent blackouts. Farmers are using sensors to monitor soil conditions to get bigger crop yields. It is a genuine worldwide transformation. But, with any technology this powerful, there's always another side to the story. For all of its incredible promise, we also have to be realistic and understand the perils. First, let's talk about the promise, because the benefits are huge. IoT can drive incredible efficiency by optimizing just about any process. It boosts productivity by catching errors before they even happen. It can make our workplaces and our cities a lot safer, and it just opens the door to completely new products and services and innovations we haven't even thought of yet.
When you lay the pros and cons out side by side, the picture gets a lot more complex. On one hand, you've got these powerful advantages, like getting data in real time and boosting productivity. But on the other, you have some significant disadvantages. Most importantly, huge privacy concerns, high costs, and a real headache trying to get all these different systems to work together.
So here's the crucial point. As we connect billions and billions more devices to this network, we are also creating billions more points of vulnerability. The single biggest challenge facing the Internet of Things is how in the world we secure all of the incredibly sensitive data it collects and transmits. And you have to understand, that data is at risk every single step of the way. It can be compromised right on the device itself, the thing. It can get intercepted while it's in transit through the network gateways, and it can be stolen from the cloud where it's being stored. Securing that entire chain from end to end is a monumental task. Which brings us to our final section. With all this amazing potential and all this massive risk, what does our increasingly connected future actually look like?
It really all comes back to this one all-encompassing vision, a world where anything that can be connected will be connected. A seamless web linking any person to any device or service, on any network, anywhere in the world, at any time. That is the ultimate promise of the Internet of Things.
And that leaves us with one last really important question to think about. This future is coming, and it's coming fast. The technology is already here. The question for all of us is no longer if our world will be connected, but how. How are we going to build this future in a way that's not just more efficient, but also more secure, more private, and ultimately more human?